Hello and welcome to a series I'm doing called Learning from Each Other's Mistakes or Someone Else's Mistakes while watching match play in pickleball. I'm a head pickleball professional at a country club, and my goal with this series is simply to provide videos that help players of all levels learn while watching fun match play. This is me on the right in the purple shirt running around like an idiot. On the left is Gladys Dinks a lot with the backwards hat, the legacy paddle. On the far right is Pretty Boy Cam with the hair pulled back. And on the far left is Bazooka Zack on the far left in all white with the baseball cap on forward. You'll learn real fast why he's nicknamed Bazooka Zack. If you've seen any of my other videos, you know the other characters. Oh my goodness, we start off with me driving a wide ball, leaving the middle open. I should have dropped that, but Gladys comes over and covers. And then I really like this first point. It's very disciplined, looking to dink. It's a good low dink, and that ball just goes too high. And oh, you think you fancy, Gladys? Come on, dude. Like it's the first point. But I also think that kind of demonstrates the confidence Gladys and No Kitchen Cam had in this game. And there you see Bazooka Zack just nailing a forehand. That's his go-to. He's a tennis pro. I think he's probably over an 11 UTR in tennis. I'm not sure, but oh, ooh, Bazooka Zack. That was a bazooka right into the net. You can't do service errors in pickleball. Like, it's a give and take. You want to go for your serves, but in doubles, you cannot miss serves. It's just a freebie for the other opponent. Anyway, to the instructional side, targeting the middle right here is a great shot. Gladys gets the winner on it. There's just a new, I guess you could say, confusion. Oh, we're making fun of them. Yours, mine, ours. But there's confusion with a new partner, and when you're driving deep, drive the ball in the middle, see if they know how to cover it. Third shot drop, followed by a crappy fifth shot drive. Hit it high and you die. That's the motto of a pickleball player. I tell my students that all the time. Low and slow beats fast and hard, if that fast and hard is high especially. Okay, there's a bad third by Gladys. Another bad drop. It's volleyed. A perfect drop. And this man gets to no man's land and stops. I'm sorry, Gladys, you're faster than that. Forcing him to drop again. Now he's still not on the kitchen line. And I'd argue that's why they kept attacking. And smart on the other team. Like, keep attacking. If your opponent will not get up to the kitchen line, you should target who's ever farther back. Isolate and dominate the farther back player. Ooh, thank you, net. That ball was another bazooka, I believe, by Bazooka Zack. It comes off the tape. Gladys with the easy put away. Sometimes the net helps. Most of the time, it takes away. That's a good reset by Gladys. Great wide dink by Bazooka Zack. Oh, look at Bazooka Zack dinking. Oh, the reaction of no nickname, or no kitchen cam. You can see that's an easy forehand. Just too big of a backswing. You got to put that ball away. And me and Gladys are very much aware of the fact that if we dink with these two, we should win. Especially because we have a tennis pro over there who has a lot of power. We need to make him hit the touch shots. Oh, Bazooka Zack strikes first with that big drive. I think Gladys just tried to cut it too much. Just block that ball, punch it through the court. Alright, so we find ourselves in a quick 0-3 hole, but we get the ball back. Nifty paddle flick by Bazooka Zack there. Oh, that was a massive out wide serve. I'll be honest, I noticed Pretty Boy Cam was standing way too far over to the left, and I just waited for that opportunity. Sometimes you need to play off the tendency of your opponent. If they... Ooh, that's too big by Bazooka Zack. But it literally landed in. I couldn't believe it. Anyway, that's how big that forehand is. But play off the tendency of your opponent. If you see there in a bad return position, wait to the right moment and go for an angle. Good dinking here. Steven keeping it low. Or Gladys, sorry. Steven doesn't exist anymore. On the far right. His name is Gladys. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, that was actually pretty good. That ATP was actually pretty nasty. It went in, but the ball was out. I mean, when the ball's just wide, go for it anyway. It's good practice. Gladys funnily saying he has the weakest serve here because everyone was hitting pretty big serves. Alright, Gladys stuck in the transition zone again. No man's land. That's the middle point between the kitchen line and the baseline. Gladys has to get in faster than that, or he has to hit a lower ball, or more loopy third so he has time to get in. Ooh, bad third, another bad third, and that's tattooed through the middle by Gladys. Pretty Boy Cams has the right idea. Like, you want to drop shot that ball, but, like, you have to get it lower than that. Oh, it was at this moment. You knew you failure. You're a fail. Fail. Anyway, that was a big Bazooka Zack attack. I remember knowing that it was going out. I tried to jump out of the way, I guess you could say, but it was too late and hit you, and you're done at that point. I would say at a coaching point, I should have been lower. If you're bending your knees and your paddle's out in front and you're ready for that attack, you're going to drop or make the right decision a lot more often. Ooh, the net slows down my put away. Next thing you know, we're getting bombarded by attacks. And that's what Pretty Boy Cam and Bazooka Zack should do. Once I hit a high ball off that net cord, keep attacking. Good. There, Steven should stay back. But that dink hit the kitchen, and why are you in the no man's land? I'm going to be really hard on Gladys, not Steven. He was in the no man's land. I circled that earlier in the game. You cannot win from there. I told a ladies team, why are you in the no man's land? No man's land. I told a ladies tennis team I coached once, like, no man wins there, and the lady was like, well, I'm not a man, so that doesn't stick with me. And I was like, all right, well, what sticks with you? Oh, the bazooka backfired. Anyway, she said that should be named. Sorry, on with my story, but where was my split step? The dummy, me, just didn't split step. She said it should be named Sears, the department store, which I honestly hadn't really heard of at that point. I think I'd been there when I was a kid, but I didn't remember it in the moment, and I was like, ooh, good dink, Steven. Way to leave it up high and get me killed. Anyway, I was like, okay. And then she's like, but the kitchen line, or at the tennis net when you don't get stuck, should be named Lululemon, a store I want to go to. And I was like, I can get behind that. So anyway, on that point, think of the kitchen as like Ryobi or a crappy tools brand if you're a guy. And the at the kitchen line is like Snap-on or Craftsman. It's not a knockoff. It's a great place to be. Let's watch this point again. Where did it go wrong? Okay, deep serve, deep return. Everything's good. Good middle third drop. Cam attacking. Zach's still back, which he shouldn't be. And then this. It hits the net. It slows down. He's way over there. You cannot poach that ball. Now, so much open space. Pretty Boy Cam somehow gets a paddle on this. Great hustle, but too little too late. You know, it's not a bad shot by him. But Bazooka Zack shouldn't have gone for that poach. It was just too much. It was almost a Burt level poach. He'd have to jump the kitchen. Man, it's really, I'm not going to lie. Ooh, I read that. Got the forehand. It's really kind of hard to do coaching points in a live game because it happens so fast. And that's where I think some players need to slow the game down. Like on this. Big serve, big return, good drop. Gets the air. It was a little bit high of a drop, but we're going for third shot drops. And that's the key for high-level pickleball. You have to be able to hit that deep ball in the kitchen so you have time to come forward. Not in the kitchen. Not in the kitchen. Body weight is fighting his shot. He's on his back foot, and Gladys misses the dink. Grandma Gladys. Come on, Grandma. Sorry about my allergies, y'all. Good deep serve. Good deep return. There's a drop that lands on the ground. Why are you back in the mid-zone, Gladys? Why? You're forcing yourself to play defense. Ooh, rushed ATP. I should have waited for the ball to get lower. Instead, doink! Not a dink. If you've seen that video, it's hilarious. But that ball literally nailed the post. And I'm just thinking of Dikembe Mutombo going, no. Yeah, I got stuffed. If I let that ball get another 3 to 4 inches lower, traveling 3 to 4 inches wider of the post, I 100% make that. The Bazooka Cam strikes again. Well, if he split stepped, it might have been easy. Steven or Gladys yelling out that was easy. Now look, I kind of split stepped, but I didn't lower my body. So if you don't combine a good split step when they're striking the ball with a good, lower stance, you're gonna play out balls like I just did. And if you didn't notice, Bazooka Zack just like caught the ball with his hat and rolled it into his hand. It's kind of cool. That drive was so fast. Gladys is like, if we had a Dura, it would be an egg right now. Which, if you know the difference in balls, Duras move really fast, and they also break a lot. I'm like, it was a rotten egg. What a drop. Doesn't find the kitchen. Attacks. You're done. You cannot drop down the line and miss the kitchen and move into no man's land zone, or you are going to get a lot of pace hit right back at your body. If you're going to drop down the line, get that ball to bounce or stay back. Do not enter the no man's land zone. You will be disappointed with your Sears shopping list. Oh, he jammed me up. Yep. Bazooka Zack. That was a great attack. I'm showing that I should have just punched it right there rather than taking a two-handed swing at it, which was stupid. All right. You're up. You're kind of up big. Pretty boy Cam. You can't miss returns. I feel like limiting your errors when you're up is more important than ever. The look of disgust, like earlier in the match, actually the first point, I had that wide return and I tried to go the drive. That time I tried to go kitchen, cross court. Good idea. More distance. You go cross court, more margin for error. But don't go at the sideline. I aimed at the sideline. All right, back on the error train when you're up. Bazooka Zack just missed a serve. Now he's hanging back when his partner hit a good drop in the kitchen. He's trying to drive the ball when he could have just came forward. Those are mental errors that you cannot have. Honestly, Bazooka Zack's forehand does not look as impressive on film as it does in real life. That thing is moving. Okay, this ball is 5 to 6 inches below the net. You can't attack it. I mean, it's just a reset. Put it back in the kitchen, pretty boy Cam. But on a Bazooka Zack's forehand, you can't really tell it's that fast on film. But like when you're up and you have that big of a serve and forehand, you might want to tailor it just a little. Take 20% off. Don't miss. Make us hit winners to beat you. Especially when I'm hitting backhand resets like that. That ball was like, hey, is that the right height you want? Because I want you to kill me. Too much backswing for a dink. Paddle's way high. You see it here. And he's late. And then he hits the top of the net. That was a great third by Gladys. And the right idea by Bazooka Zack. But why have that big of a backswing if you're dinking it? Oh, another error. And now the team that was once up is down. And at this point, I kind of knew me and Gladys were going to win. And another missed return. Especially not a good move when Gladys said he had the weakest serve and you're missing that one. Got to put that back in. So we got a game point here. Oh, I remember this point still. Gladys posted this on his YouTube. Woo! What an absolute failure. Alright, I apologize in advance for Gladys' colorful language. He's kind of a grumpy grandma. What did you expect? I mean, after that shot. Yikes. Anyway, we gave them life. They have a chance here. But that drive never gets in. Pretty boy Cam finally gets in and takes a big swipe at the first ball he gets from the kitchen line. That's too eager, too early, especially on a backhand. Now you're down 8-10-2. You basically have to get a point on the board or two to try and make this even. Good angle by Steven. Causes the error. Me, I'm like, why aren't you hitting the ball to me? I'm making all the mistakes. I was really tired. This was our last game. I can tell the difference between the first game and me and Gladys. Like, we were not bending our knees. But I was making all the mistakes, and they were not targeting me. And that's a 1-2 punch. The third shot dropped. Should have dinked it, pretty boy Cam. I came in, I wrecked that same backhand that I was looking for earlier. Good game. Gladys, and Cam wins. Who cares what our names are? Come watch.